What's up, YouTube Nation? This is Chris Carrera with Certified G Motivation, back for another episode of Winning Wednesdays. Thank you guys for joining me so much this week as we all pursue trying to find that best version of ourselves. So this week, guys, I wanted to talk to you about this whole idea about visiting your dreams. How often are you visiting yours? Do you have a dream that you haven't visited in a long time, that you gave up on when you were younger, that you stopped trying to pursue because you tasted failure once? Look, I'm a firm believer that no matter what you want in this life, you can get it. So one of the things I encourage all the people I encounter to do is visit your dreams as often as you can. If you can get a little taste of what that dream is, then you'll be able to find a way to get closer and closer to it. See, so many people out there have these dreams and wishes that they aspire to be, but when they wake up in the morning, that's not their driving force. When they get up in the morning, most people are just trying to survive the day. They're just trying to get through their work, try to just get through the school day, try to get whatever they can just so they can get back home and get back to the comforts of their daily life. So for all you guys out there trying to pursue the better life, no matter what that is, I need you to visit your dreams, and I honestly would suggest you try to do it at least 3 times a day. Those 3 times are first, number one, when you wake up, I need you to visit that dream life. What do you want out of life? What is it that drives your passion? What is it that you got, if you get the opportunity to do this thing in your life, it's gonna bring you to the best version of you. Visit that early in the morning, because if you can visit it right then and there, you're going to go ahead and be like, all right, I need to make some decisions this morning that are going to help me out. And you're not going to start your day out with broken promises. So I encourage you guys, if the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is check all your social media from everybody else, why don't you visit your own social media first? Check in on you first before you worry about everybody else. The second time I would encourage you to visit, check at midday, lunchtime, sometime in the afternoon. Check your dream and imagine that dream in the afternoon. See, I don't know about you, but for me, like 1 o'clock tends to be that time. Like when I wake up in the morning, I work out, I get my grind on, get my breakfast on, and I'm like ready to go. But by 1 o'clock, I'm starting to get to that point of like, my day's kind of monotonous. I'm getting a little tired from work, and I'm just like, I just need to go through the motion so I can get home and do me, right? And just try and get and survive the day. So I encourage you, around that middle in the afternoon time, I need you to visit your dream then. Because that gives you that little extra motivation to finish out your workday strong. Plus it's going to help pursue your dreams in the evening as you try to get through, and it keeps you consistent. And the last time I want you to visit your dreams is right before you go to bed. Imagine that. The last thing that you think about before you go to bed is that dream life. Imagine how good your dreams are going to be then. Instead of you stressing out about all the stuff that you didn't get done that day that you're going to sleep, or instead of you stressing out about how much you've got to do the rest of the day tomorrow, or instead of focusing on your problems, why don't you focus on what drives you? I promise you, when you do that, not only are you going to have a good night's rest because you're going to bed happy, but when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be just a little bit closer to having the extra motivation that you need. Now, the reason I wanted to do this whole idea about visiting your dreams so much is I came across an article this week in Times Magazine, and the article was like from about 2007. And in the article, they did this study on pianists and playing the piano and their brain activity. And what they found was that after studying pianists for about 5 days, they measured their brain activity right after they completed a couple hours of practice. Then a little bit later, they had the pianists just pretend that they practiced. Do you know what they found? They found that it didn't matter if the pianist played or if the pianist imagined that they played. The brain didn't know the difference. Now, I know some of you guys out there, man, that's hokey. I don't believe that. But imagine if what they said is true. Imagine that it doesn't matter if we actually do it or we envision ourselves doing it. Our brain may not know the difference. And actually, this was a Harvard study, so I would venture to say Harvard knows what they're doing. So our brain doesn't know the difference between perceiving to do something. So that's why I encourage you guys, Visit your dreams as often as you can, because you just don't know how much of that you're taking in and how much you're actually getting closer to that dream life. So thank you guys so much for visiting us this week at Certified G Motivation. I hope in some small way I helped you get a little bit closer to that dream life. Remember, this is Chris Guerreri with Certified G Motivation. We are always grateful, but we are never satisfied, and that's what makes us certified for greatness. This your boy Chris Guerreri. Thank you all so much for watching the video this week. Much love to all you all out there. We'll see you guys next week. Go find the best version of yourself.